Hey, yo, what's the deal? This your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 6:13 p.m. You know what I mean? January 26, 2026. You know what I mean? I just realized something. 12626. 126. 12626. This is the last video of the night. This video is going up at 11:30, like I said. And so I want to talk about the Royal Rumble. I'm actually cooking right now. You know, I'm actually doing ground beef because I'm doing some spaghetti. You know what I mean? I know how to cook. I'm a good cook. You know what I mean? Like, come on, us Puerto Ricans, man, you know how to cook, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking some ground beef. You know? I'm doing some spaghetti for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, Matthew, let me put this in here. So, the Royal Rumble, right? The Royal Rumble is set to happen this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And there's there's not, like I said, it's not really a lot of stuff happening with the Royal Rumble except for the major stuff is AJ versus Gunther, which we could possibly be seeing AJ's final match in his career, period. Let me, before I get to something, let me say this, all right? Let me just say this. If you AEW sickos actually fucking think that AJ Styles is going to go right to AEW after Saturday, you got to be out of your fucking mind. Yes, his contract expires on Sunday, right? With the clear-cut possibility that he could potentially retire at the Rumble, right? But I think that he's going to retire in TNA way before he would ever retire in that filth called Jacksonville in AEW, right? So let me get that out the way. But with the Royal Rumble match itself, like I said, right? I think WWE is going to, make up a lot of stories going within the Rumble. And ironically enough, there was a report, right, about WWE keeping secrets, keeping surprises clear under wraps this Sunday, right? And they have this Saturday, and they have a plan. They have a distinct plan, right? Especially when it comes down to names that, are rumored to be at the Rumble. Okay? So this is what WWE said. This is what Fightful said. Okay? So according to Fightful, right, it said the company has plans in place to maintain their secrecy. According to the report, WWE's charter plane for talent will take off after tonight's episode of WWE Raw. This jives with a report from Dave Meltzer, from the Wrestling Observer Radio, noting that the talent are leaving Tuesday morning for the country. Fightful reports that there are additional plans to bring some talent on their own later in the week, which will indicate surprise names for the show. Sources in WWE believe that that will actually be easier to keep surprises secret, as the charter plane and additional privacy at the airstrip and hotels mean that fans will not necessarily see talent as they travel through airports and the like. WWE has a number of options being prepared for travel due to long trips and the winter storm. Several SmackDown talent are away from home for a longer period of time as a result, since they did SmackDown in Montreal and are traveling to Toronto for Raw, where they will head to Saudi Arabia. The Royal Rumble, the way our AJ Styles says it, the Royal Rumble will take place on Saturday in Riyadh from KAFD and airs live on the ESPN app domestically as well as Netflix internationally. End quote. Are you surprised? Are you shocked? I know I'm not shocked. Like I said, WWE has their own way of keeping things a secret. So if you think that it's going to be hard for Chris Jericho to enter in the country and be seen, you are sadly mistaken. WWE has their ways. They clearly have their fucking ways. You know what I mean? Like nobody, you will never know. Nobody will ever find out, who WWE brings. Shit. Remember Cody Rhodes, right? Remember when Cody Rhodes came back to WWE, right? And they kept his Royal Rumble, his WrestleMania appearance a surprise in 2022, right? Which was 4 years ago against Seth Rollins, right? So what the fuck makes you think that the same thing will happen with Chris Jericho and Powerhouse Hobbs and Evil and all these other fucking people, right? Like you gotta think. I mean, you legitimately gotta fucking think. You know what I mean? WWE knows how to play this game. They know what to do, right? They know how to execute secrecy. You know what I mean? Because they've done this so well. You know what I mean? Because they've done this so well. I mean, look how many buses they got. You know what I mean? They're gonna tilt the fuck out those bus windows. What? To make sure that you don't see nobody there. You know what I mean? You never know. You just never know. Because think about this also, right? Just think about this. Let's say Chris Jericho arrives, like the day before Saudi Arabia, right? The day before, right? Wherever he could take a flight somewhere where WWE officials would meet him, right? And on a private place, at a very private location, right? And they'll just take him straight through the fucking arena. Straight fucking through. Shit. They'll probably put a towel on him. They'll have him probably looking like a fucking, someone with like an Arab with a dashiki and all that, nigga. You know what I mean? So you gotta think. You legit have to fucking think how this is gonna work. They have their ways. WWE, they strictly have their ways. If you don't think so, you are sadly mistaken. Sadly, hold on real quick. Like I said, WWE knows. They know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, they know exactly, how to surprise the fans. They're not stupid. They're not fucking stupid. And I'm still gonna go off the notion that AJ Styles is gonna retire, right? And the fans are gonna be sad. And then for WWE to cheer their fans up, right? In the Royal Rumble, we see Chris Jericho. You know what I mean? So you gotta think. They know what the fuck they're doing. They are clearly fucking aware of how to play this game. They know clearly how the fuck to do this. Clearly. They're not fucking stupid. And a lot of people also seem to forget that they have a headquarters right there in Saudi Arabia. Right? They have a headquarters there. You know what I'm saying? They know what the fuck to do. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not stupid, yo. WWE's not fucking stupid. Like, they're going to surprise the shit out of y'all. You know what I mean? Now, let me give you my predictions on the Rumble. Okay? On the who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble. Right? For the women's side, that's a tough one. Who I want to win the women's Royal Rumble. I mean, if I had it my way, like on some Usher shit, I probably would choose, let me see. I probably would choose maybe Alexa Bliss. Even though I doubt, I'm sorry, Liv Morgan. I probably would say Liv Morgan. I would like to see Liv Morgan win the Royal Rumble, the female Royal Rumble. As far as the men's Royal Rumble, damn. You know what? Fuck it. I want to see Braun Breaker win it. Fuck it. Braun Breaker deserves that shit. He deserves it. You know what I mean? He fucking deserves it. He deserves to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, listen, they're trying to build Braun Breaker up. They're trying to build his ass up. Motherfucker. They're trying to build him up. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Cody winning it. Cody's not going to enter. Like he's going to be facing thing, right? No, I mean, no, he is interesting. I think Cody Rhodes is. Yeah, he is. The fuck am I talking about? He is in the Royal Rumble. He fucking announced it a couple weeks ago. But I don't want to see. I don't want to see Cody winning it. I don't. I really do not want to see him win it. I want to see. I want to see someone new. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Braun Breaker. I want to see Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? I think Braun Breaker is, the best choice, in my personal opinion, to win it. You know what I mean? Because WWE is trying to push him into superstardom. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. But it's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. You know what I mean? It's this Saturday night. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. I'm about to be out. I'm gonna check y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.